Do you like my drum set? Woohoo! Hello, Bronx Community College Early Childhood Center family. Boom, 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 boom. It is so good to see you once again. I am so happy to be with you. As always, I hope you are staying happy, healthy, and safe. That's right. Welcome to another exciting episode of Puppet Time with Mr. Andy. Woohoo! Guess what time it is? You guessed it. It's noise time. Today, just like last week and the week before and the week before that and the week before that and the week before that, we are going to make some noise. And I have a very interesting noisemaker today. Do you see that? It's a little wooden rabbit frog. Rabbit. And inside my little wooden frog's mouth is a little wooden stick. And if you look really closely at my little wooden frog's back, there's little spikes that are made of wood. Do you see? And if you take this stick and you drag it along the wooden spikes, listen what happens. It sounds like a frog. How cool. That's my wooden noisemaker. Do you have a noisemaker? No? Well, that's okay. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to go grab something to make some noise with. And remember, you can pause the video if you need more time. Ready? Go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! What'd you get? Let me see. Nice. Very cool. That's going to make some good noise. Okay. All right. Here we go. We are going to make some noise for all the first responders out there, the amazing people on the front line, the people whose jobs are essential to keeping us safe, the doctors, the nurses, the train drivers, the bus drivers, the people that work in the pharmacy, in the grocery stores, the police people, the fire people, the restaurant workers who are making the food that delicious restaurant food that you can get takeout or delivery. Oh, I'm so hungry. And the farmers who are growing the food that we eat. You know who I'm talking about. Are you ready? Let's make some noise on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Yeah! Good work, you guys. That was awesome. Nice. Pat yourself on the back. Okay, let's get on with this episode. I'm gonna snap my finger, and when I do, I'll be right back to tell you about today's exciting lesson. I'm so excited about this lesson. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Ready? And ready. I told you I'd be right here when I snapped my finger. All right, so today's episode is inspired by springtime. It's spring. That's the season that we're in right now. It's the one that comes after winter and before summer. It's spring. That's right. And when I think of spring, when I think of springtime, I think of lots of things like lots of sunshine or perfect temperatures. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. You don't have to put the air conditioner on. You don't have to put the heat on. You can just open the windows and let the cool air come in, or the warm air when it's sunny. I think of sunny days that seem to get longer and longer. I think of flowers. Yay! I think of flowers, lots and lots of flowers everywhere. Flowers, 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 flowers. I think of fresh breezes. I think of, spring cleaning my apartment. And I think about getting out into nature. Yeah, I think about that. I think about exercising. I'm probably going to sneeze after having that flower so close to my nose. I'm okay. I have a little story for you. It's Mr. Andy's story. This morning, around 6 a.m., the sun started to rise. And usually at 6 a.m. when the sun starts to rise, my dog, Maynard, you know Maynard, is scratching the side of my bed, asking me to wake up and take him outside to do his business. But this morning, Maynard was snoring away. Something else woke me up. You know what it was? Guess. No? It was a nest of baby birds. Oh, they were singing their little hearts out. But I have to be honest, I was a little annoyed at first. They were loud. So I put my pillow over my head and tried to get a few more minutes sleep before Maynard woke up and started scratching the side of the bed for me. Well, to make a long story longer, I didn't go back to sleep. Nope. Instead, I took the pillow off my head and started to listen to these little birdies sing their song. And I thought, wow, it's truly spring. And I thought, isn't nature amazing? I wanted to find out more about baby birds. So I got up, I took Maynard out, then I made my coffee. I'm gonna have some coffee. It's hazelnut too. I made my coffee. And I started to search on the old internet. On my computer. And I tried to find as much as I could about baby birds. The first thing that I searched was, why do baby birds chirp so loudly? And guess why? Because, any guesses? They're hungry. That's right, they're hungry. Just like when we were little babies, we showed that we were hungry by crying, I'm hungry, wah. Baby birds cry too. But instead of wah, they chirp. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Can you do that? I never knew I could do that. Oh, I just discovered a new talent. It's time to play one of my favorite games. It's called Did You Know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? It's time to play Did You Know with Mr. Andy. Mr. Andy. Mr. Andy's game. It's called Did You Know? Did You Know? Did You Know? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know the mother bird usually lays her eggs in a nest? What? No way! Yep, it's true. Did you know the mother bird or the father bird will sit on the eggs in the nest and keep them warm until they hatch? What? And did you know that baby birds, when they are in their eggs, have a really hard little structure on the tip of their beak? It's called an egg tooth. I'm not making this up. It's called an egg tooth. This helps them break through the egg when they hatch. What? I know. Did you know that the egg tooth then falls off the baby bird's beak a few days after the baby bird hatches out of the egg? What? This is so much cool information. It's kind of like when we lose our baby teeth. Wow, isn't that crazy? Do you still have your baby teeth? Do you think there's a bird tooth fairy? Wouldn't that be really funny if there was a little bird tooth fairy? Because I mean, we have tooth fairies, right? Did you know that once the baby bird hatches from its egg, it's called a hatchling? I did not know that. The hatchling is usually raised in the nest with other hatchlings. These other hatchlings are the baby bird's brothers and sisters. What? No way. Yeah, no, it's true. It's really true. Isn't that crazy? Did you know that when the bird leaves its nest, it's not called a hatchling anymore? It's called, this is a really weird word. This is a really weird word. It's called a fledgling. A fledgling, my friends. That's right. This is when the bird starts to fully mature and eventually learn how to fly. It's kind of like when we first started to learn how to walk, but they learn how to fly. You guys, let's all do this together. Let's fly. Oh, how cool. You know what? Let's check out a little video of a baby bird in its nest. Ready? That was really cool. What a cute little baby bird. Oh, I loved it. That was so nice. Now, after I searched all these facts about baby birds, I realized I have a book about a baby bird on my bookshelf. You see my bookshelf back there? I got a bunch of books back there. Oh, there's a book, my bookshelf with all my books on it. And I went to my bookshelf and I got my baby bird book. And I'm going to show it to you right now. It's called Are You My Mother? It's by P.D. Eastman. Oh, and guess what? That's right. I am going to read this book to you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Are You My Mother? Are You My Mother by P.D. Eastman. A mother bird sat on her egg. The egg jumped. I must get something for my baby bird to eat, she said. So away she went. Inside the nest, the egg jumped. It jumped. And jumped. And jumped. Until out came a baby bird. Where is my mother? He said. He did not see her anywhere. I will go and look for her, he said. Out of the nest he went. Down, down, down. The baby bird could not fly, but he could walk. Now
Now I will go and find my mother,
he said.
Are you my mother?
The baby bird asked a kitten.
Meow, meow.
The kitten just looked and looked. It did not say a thing.
Are you my mother?
The baby bird asked a hen. No, said the hen.
Are you my mother?
The baby bird asked a dog. I am not your mother. I am a dog, said the dog.
Are you my mother?
The baby bird asked a cow. How could I be your mother? Said the cow. I am a cow. The baby bird stopped to think. The kitten and the hen were not his mother. The dog and the cow were not his mother.
I have a mother,
said the baby bird.
I know I do. I will find her. I will. I will.
Just then, the baby bird saw a big thing.
You are my mother,
he said. The big thing said, snort.
Oh no,
said the baby bird.
You are not my mother. You are a scary snort.
Snort, 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 snort. The snort lifted the baby bird up, up, up. Then something happened. The snort put the baby bird right back in the tree. The baby bird was home.
Yay!
Just then, the mother bird came back.
I know who you are,
said the baby bird.
You are not a kitten, or a hen, or a dog. You are not a cow or a snort. You are a bird, and you are my mother. Oh.
The end. I hope you enjoyed that book. I love that book. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, since this is a puppet making lesson, guess what? We are going to learn how to make a puppet. It's a new puppet today. Yay! My drum set. Boom. And, are you ready? Here it is. Here it is. Yay! It's a baby bird puppet. Oh, and it's actually a special kind of puppet called a finger puppet. Why do you think it's called a finger puppet? Why? That's right, because it sits on top of your finger. Ooh, and look, this baby bird can flap its wings. It can try to fly really, really hard. I'm trying to fly. Oh, I'm trying to learn how to fly. Whoa, let me try again. Oh, I'm trying to learn how to fly. Whoa. And look, I made a little nest. I made a little nest for my baby bird. It's a little nest. Do you see it? It's a little nest. Ooh, there's my little trick. Awesome! Now, are you ready to make your own little baby bird and nest? I'm going to teach you how to make your very own baby bird and your very own baby bird puppet nest. Are you ready? All right, check it out. Yeah! Okay, my friends, in order to make your amazing finger puppet of your baby bird here and your nest that you can put it inside, you're gonna need paper. I use white paper like this. It's just white printer paper, but any paper that you can color will work. I had this piece of construction paper that's tan sitting around, and I just used that, but you can also use another piece of white paper that we can color brown. I'm actually going to do that this time so you can see how to do that with just white paper. You're going to need markers. If you want to make your bird like my bird here, my baby bird, you're going to need yellow, black, brown, and here's just a couple other, this is another shade of brown. I might use that for my nest. And then I also have some colored pencils. If you don't have markers, you can use colored pencils. I have a brown and a yellow here, and you can use a pen if you don't have a black marker. And then I just have a regular pencil, a good old pencil here that I'm gonna use to draw things. I'll show you how. I have the all-important glue stick. Any glue stick will work, any paper glue will work. And then I have a pair of scissors. Great, so let me show you how to make that. Here we go, so I'm gonna put these right over here. Hopefully you can see them. I'm gonna push my materials up here. And as you can see, I have this art mat right here, this gray and white art mat, and I use that to cover my working space. Now, not everybody has that, so because, you know, we're gonna use markers, and I don't want you to get that on your table or your desk. So I usually cover wherever I'm working just so I don't make a mess. So this is gonna be really easy because we are just gonna make shapes. As you can see, our baby bird, his head is huge, and I love a big head on a puppet because it's fun and people can see it. So I think big heads are really great. You can make your head any size that you want, but I suggest making a big head so whoever is looking at your puppet can see it. So as you can see, the head of my baby bird is just can you name that shape? It's a circle, that's right. And then, believe it or not, this little cone that you put your finger inside like that, it's a rectangle that I glued together here. And I'll show you how to make that. And finally, do you recognize this shape? Yes, it's an oval. So I just made 2 easy ovals for the wings. There's 1 and 2, and they're attached to the back. Great. Let me show you how to do this. All right. So first of all, let's start by making the head. So I'm gonna grab my pencil, and I'm gonna put my finger here just so I know how big I want my head to be. So I'm gonna put my finger right about there. And now I'm gonna just draw a head just so I know how big it is. I'm gonna draw my circle really big. It's kind of fun. That's a really big head. I'm gonna draw it around my finger so I know how big I want the head to be. Great. See that? See, I just sketched around it. Whoops, I hit my table. I just sketched around it like that. Do you see? That's gonna be the head. Now, I am gonna show you how to make a rectangle. So I like my finger puppets to sit right above my, where my finger goes to my hand like that. So you may be asking, how do I do that? Well, I'll show you. If you put your finger on the edge of the paper,
Then take your pencil and you can draw a line like that. And look what I'm making. I'm making a rectangle. See that rectangle right there? Isn't that great? There it is. But as you know, when I come to visit your classes, I usually have all this stuff pre-cut so we can make this stuff work and make it fast. But here we have to kind of do it on our own. So you might need your parents or grown-ups' help. So there's my rectangle. That's going to be the body part that we're going to make into a cone. So it goes around your finger. You see that? The cone right there? Great, now we need to make the wings, and those are ovals. So we're going to make two big ovals right here. Here's an oval for a wing, and here's an oval for a wing. Nice. And you know, I like to make them nice and big because, as you saw when I showed you the puppet at first, if you make them nice and big, the puppet can look like it's trying to take off from its nest and fly. See how they flap if they're nice and big? Great. Now, all we need to do is cut. Awesome. Now look, we have all these shapes that are going to make up our bird. We've got the circle for the head. And see, you know what? It's not perfect. It's just a little circle. It's a big circle actually for a head. But we also have our rectangle for the body and two ovals for the wings. Now, before we color and put together our oval for our finger, we are going to decorate our puppet. We're going to make it look the way you want it to look. I am going to make another one of these in case you want to make one that's similar to our bird in our book that we read together. I'm going to make one similar to that. Now, I don't have that color marker, that tan, so I'm going to use a brown. But first, before we do that, I'm going to sketch and draw what I want to put on my puppet. So I'm going to make my birdie puppet's eyes first. So I'm going to grab the head. Do you see the head here? And I'm going to make two big eyes because our baby bird is so curious. It's like our baby bird just, you know, is discovering the world for the first time. And the baby bird's eyes are so big. And that's another great reason to have a really big head, so you can make a really big eye. So I just made two ovals here, just like over here. I just made two little ovals for the eyes. And then I'm gonna do with my pencil first, and then I can color it later. Then I'm gonna put those two little circles that I'm gonna color black in the middle so it looks like it's like really awake. It just woke up. It just cracked out of the egg. It just came out. So now I'm gonna draw the beak, and this can be, you might think it's hard or difficult, but all you need to do is draw. What is that? What is that shape? That's right, it's a triangle. You can just draw a triangle, and if you want to add a little bottom part like that, you can. And you know what you can do? You can even take this line. Look at that. I kind of made it look like it's smiling. I just curved that other side of the triangle up. But if you want to do just a regular triangle like this, that'll work too. I'll just do a regular triangle this time, like that. Cool, that's all you need. Now the head is ready. Now I noticed in the book that the baby bird in the book has this like white line going down, or like this white area right here that's going down in front of his body. So I just took my pencil and I made a little line
like this. Actually 2 lines, and I'm gonna leave that part white, and then I'm gonna color these parts brown. And then I'm just gonna leave my wings like that and then color. I don't have to draw anything, but if you wanna draw feathers on your wings, you can. It's your puppet. You can do whatever you want. You are the artiste. Now, I'm gonna color. Okay, now that you have your puppet completely colored in and you're ready to go put it together, let's do that. So here's the first thing you're gonna do. You're gonna grab your glue stick. Let's push our wings and our heads up here to the side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your glue stick and you're going to put a little, you don't need a lot, just a little line of glue, just like that. You don't need a lot at all. Do you see how I just chose one side of the rectangle? And I just put a little glue. That's all I need. I'm gonna put my glue stick aside and I'm gonna grab my rectangle, and now it's time to make it into a cone. And watch this. You're gonna turn, this is the side that has the glue on it. You're gonna turn that glue side like that, and then you're gonna take this unglued side and you're going to put them together. Yay! And then what I like to do is I like to put my fingers in there like that. It's like a little finger warmer. And then I take my thumbs and I just press on that. I press there like that. And I'm gonna count to 15. You can do it too. Ready? 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, a 9, a 10, 11, a 12, a 13, a 14, a 15. Yay! Now, it should be nice and glued together. And see, now I have my little line like the birdie in the book, and I have my brown area around it. Now here's another little thing that you can do to make it nice and tight on the top so your finger doesn't go through there. So what you want to do is you want to take some glue, just like this, and put a little bit of glue on the inside if you can, just like that. And then, you see how I did that? I put some glue right on the inside there. And then you pinch that top part together. So look what happened. Hey, how cool is that? It's a little birdie body. Look, and look, it might come apart at the top. That's okay. You can pinch it back together. And even if it comes apart, it doesn't matter. You sort of made the pinch and it works. Cool. That's a good name for a little birdie. Pinch. Now, this is fun. You're gonna glue the head on to the body. So you're gonna take your glue stick again, and you're gonna put some glue at the top where you pinched it together. And then you're gonna take your head, your really big bird head, and you're gonna attach the head to the front right above that area right there where the white area, the white stripe is. Now, you can see I have my bird head and my bird body. It's starting to take shape. It's pretty cool. Now, what's it missing? Yep, the wings. So turn your bird over, and you're gonna take some glue again, and you're gonna put some glue, just a little bit, right on the back of your birdie body. And then you're gonna take your wings and you're going to attach them to the back of your bird. There it is. See what I did? I just attached them. I left these white so you could see. You can color it in if you want, but I just left it white so you could see what I was doing. So now look, I have a birdie puppet. How easy was that? Tweet, 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 tweet. Whoa! Cool. Good job, everybody. Let me clap for you. If you want to make a little nest for your bird to sit in, all you need is another piece of paper. Now, again, I had a piece of tan construction paper in my house. So not everybody has a tan piece of construction paper. So I'm just going to show you how to make one with just white paper. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to draw. Actually, you know what really helps is if you put your birdie on the paper so you know how big you want to make your nest. I'm gonna make my nest really big this time. My birdie's gonna have a mansion nest, a really big house. So I'm gonna put the birdie on the paper like that, and I'm just gonna make a big circle. Well, actually it's like a half circle, isn't it? I'm making a half circle. See that? So there, I've got my half circle like so. And then, instead of drawing a line across to complete the half circle, I'm gonna make some like zigzags. So it looks like almost like an egg cracked, but it's actually supposed to be, sticks. See what I'm doing? I can even draw more so it looks more like grass or sticks that the mama bird collected to make her nest. So there we go. That actually looks a little bit better than my old brown one, my tan one. I kind of like this one. It looks more like sticks. You can even put sticks in here if you want. Sticks, 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 sticks. And then I'm gonna color. So pick up your brown marker or brown pencil, or green if you want to make it green. You know what? That's a good idea. If you want to make your nest green, you can use green. I'm gonna use a little mix of both. Why not? Grab all your colors. If you want to make a rainbow nest, that's totally fine too. I'm gonna use green, brown, and this tan one. All right, watch this. Cool. Now that you have your beautiful nest, I really love that nest actually. I'm glad I decided to pull the green in because it kind of gives it some color. Originally I was just gonna make it brown, but it's nice to add a little bit of more texture or more layer into it so it looks a little bit more like it was made with grass by the birdie's mommy. Now, the best part, you get to cut out your nest. Here we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cut some jagged lines across here so it looks like it was made with grass. I'll show you how to do that in the video. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, if you want to make it look like grass at the top here, you can like cut. See what I'm doing? I'm just cutting a bunch of like little lines in there with my scissors. See that? I'm not going too far. I'm just making just little tiny little cuts along the top of the jaggedy part. See that? They're kind of close together because grass is like nice and thin. So I'm just gonna cut all these little jaggedy edges and make these little lines. How cool! All right, it's starting to look like grass. I wonder what else we could do to make it look like grass. I bet now that we have all these little lines cut, look at what happens if I just kind of ruffle them around. Oh yeah, look at that, it looks like grass now. Yes, now watch this. Here's my birdie. Yeah, you're like the mama bird and the daddy bird. You just made a little nest for your bird. Look how happy. Yay! All right, congratulations everybody. Here, let's do a little round of applause. Ready? Good job. Yeah, good job. Fantastic. I hope that went well for you. Good job. And now that you have your baby bird here, you know what? Now look, I have two baby birds. I have two baby birds. Oh, maybe you can make two as well. You can have the little brother and sisters. Oh, you can make some for every finger. It might get a little crowded with in the nest. But look. Oh, look. That's actually kind of cool. I was going to show you ways that you could make your puppet move or bring them to life or puppeteer your puppet. So let's just try. I'll just use one this time. in my new and improved nest, which I love because it's so big. It's the mansion of nests. So let's see, you can always hide, especially now that it's bigger and you kind of don't see the wings of your baby bird. You can hide your baby bird behind the nest and poke it out like it's seeing the world for the first time. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, look at the world. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful out there in the world. Oh, oh.
And you can hide again. Oh, you can also start to flap your wings like this to try to get out of the nest. Ooh, ooh, I'm trying to fly. I'm trying to fly. And I'm just going like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, I'm trying to fly. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You can even, what's so great? Say you're video chatting your cousin or your friends, because you're not allowed to visit each other right now in person, so it's always fun to video chat, or maybe your grandparents and you want to show them your baby bird puppet. You could I love using the camera because it's like so great, because you can like make your puppet like look like it's walking toward the camera. The closer you get to the camera, the more it looks, it's getting closer to the person on the other side. You can make it look.
Oh, look at you. Wow, I like your puppet you made. It's so great. Oh.
You can also, let's see, what else can we do? You can fly like this. I like this, like flying. You can like go around your house and explore different rooms. Oh, there's a little soar. Now my bird knows how to fly. Look at that. It's like the adult bird. It's no longer a fledgling. It's now an adult bird. Cool. What else could we do? We could make our bird talk. You could give it a voice. Let's see, my little bird.
I like this voice right here.
It's like the cute voice that I always go to. But you could also make your bird talk really deep like this. Hey, how's it going? I'm a baby bird, but I'm a really deep baby bird. You can make your bird talk like this. Like they're, hello there. Like they're from Savannah, Georgia, and they need a cup of lemonade because they want to sit on the porch. I don't know. You could make your puppet be a surfer person. Hey, what's up? How are you? You can make your puppet come from Brooklyn. Yo, how's it going? I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, yo. You can make your puppet from Boston.
I'd like to park my car on the nest. I'm gonna park myself on the nest. Yeah, all right. Go Red Sox.
No. Anyway. You can now perform your puppet for your family. You can do it on the video chat for your friends and your grandparents, anybody you want. You now have the power to puppeteer and move your puppet. That's so awesome. Good job. And as always, and I'll remind you of this again later, please, you can take photos of your birds and your nests. You can make a couple puppets. You can make two, or make a whole family of birds.
Wait, let me see. No, let me see. No.
This one back here is trying to see over that wing. You can take videos, you can take photos, and you can send them to me so I can share. And just so you know, my friends, I am going to be putting together our fun, colorful animation in the next couple of weeks with our hands that you made for the coronavirus episode. So, if you haven't sent me your hand drawings, you should do so as soon as possible. You still have time, but you need to do it very soon, like very soon, so I can put together your really cool hand animation. And you can also send me photos again of your nests and your baby birds. Send those to me so I can share. It's so great to be able to open up my email and see what you guys have created. So just please send them along. And I know it's just as exciting for you and your teachers to see what you created as well. So please share away. And you know the drill. When you take your photo or your video and you're ready to send it, you're gonna send it to me at ANDYA. There it is. Let's try that again. ANDY at ANDYGAUKEL andy.com. That's Andy at andygockel.com. Great! My friends, I am so grateful to see you, as always, and I really hope that you're going to stay safe and happy. I'm getting a little emotional and healthy. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for being out there. I love you guys. You rock. I'll see you soon. All right? Bye.